Alright guys, today we're going to make a video on a couple basic strategies of dropping mod rods, refreshing mod rods. Hopefully this helps some mages out there on how to be a little bit more efficient on mod rod dropping. This is, 101 stuff. There are better strategies out there. This is what I like to do. Hopefully you can get something out of it. Our first thing we're going to go for here is your basic TOV dragon coming in fighting at zone in strategy. Before we start this, you need to go into your options and make sure this fast drop confirmation is set to without confirmation. It's kind of like the auto drop setting for items that you drop on the ground. This is a necessity. If you're not willing to do this, you can just stop watching the video right now because you're going to have a hard time. We're going to imagine that this is the cleric corner here. It's packed full of people. We got shamans, SKs, everybody else. It's, very congested area, but yet we will need to drop some mod rods here. What I do, and I will use this strategy almost everywhere. Avatar War, Viam, it doesn't matter. I scroll back so I'm getting this point of view as far back as I can, and I will drop it right into the wall, and there it is on the ground. It doesn't matter who's here. You don't have to worry about trading it with somebody else. Drop it on the wall. I got my mod rod hotkey number 1. Cast it, drop it, move over, cast it, drop it, move over. We can do this all day long, and you're not going to accidentally trade with somebody. Any wall surface will work. It doesn't matter where you're at. Over here, and let's just go to Viam, and we're going to do the same thing. And you can, pretend this wall is just lined up with clerics. Going to cast our mod rod, and we're going to drop it right there. It's fine. Move forward. Drop it right there. Anywhere. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's the first best way that I have found to do it. If you're in a situation, I'll pick one up here to save some mana. If you're in a situation like Tunair fight, something like that, there isn't a wall to drop it on. You're full of people everywhere, and clerics need mod rods on the ground. Fill up your bag slots with summoned food. I did it just before this video, just for the time's sake, but my inventory is completely full. And then just drop it right here. It will auto drop. You don't have to worry about trying to trade. Don't have to worry about trying to find a spot on the ground to click and get some sort of confirmation box and then move in close to the clerics and then click OK from that confirmation box. Just click it right in your inventory. It will auto drop. Just like that. Alright. The next thing we're going to do, this is my favorite, and this is on refreshing rods so they don't rot. This is an Avatar War situation where you have to make 100 mod rods. You have 20 minutes to do it in, but yet obviously they will vanish after 5 minutes, so it's not practical just to drop them all in a line like I was doing here. So this is the best way of doing this. I'm going to use my wall trick, make my rods, drop them, and what I'll do is I will probably blow most of my mana pool on it. I maybe not go down to 0, but I'll get a good chunk of my mana burned up making some rods. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do. And let's just grab these so we don't waste them. Drop them. As you can see, everything I'm not moving. And everything I'm dropping is going right under my feet. And I'm just making a stack. And this is where other people cycling my rods kind of bothers me, because it messes up my routine. It's not necessary, and half the time they just bug out the rods, and it causes problems when clerics try to pick up a bugged rod later, and now they can't cast anything. So I see my rods there. I'm going to go ahead and med right now. And while I'm medding, I'm going to pick up a rod, which I have. And as long as there's a mod rod on your cursor, you can pick up another one. It will auto drop the rod you have on your cursor and pick up a new one. And you will see with my text, let me just type something in there to make a break. Pick up, drop. I'm just clicking on the stack. See? And I'm medding in the meantime. So I'm basically taking my stack of rods and refreshing them myself while I'm medding. And once I get those refreshed, I will start again. And I'm not interrupting anybody. I'm not trying to trade anybody. I'm not moving, which is the best part of this. And I'm creating a stack right under my feet. And when I get to a point where I'm out of mana, I will just move over to the side and I will refresh them just like this. Sit down. Might not be over enough. There we go. And you can see down here what I'm doing. And I can sit here and click 100 miles an hour. And I'm sitting here just refreshing rods. Alright. The next thing people want to know is how you spread them out. This isn't going to look very fantastic because I only have, 20 rods made. But this is kind of what I do. I use the same rod on your cursor technique to kind of spread this stuff out. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and put walk on. And the reason I put walk on is just so I'm walking slower while I'm doing this. I will scroll down so I'm on my thing and I'll just walk backwards while clicking that. And once I make a line, I will move over and continue. And I will do this with 200 rods. And the reason I move over and do it, that way I know the ones on the far left or far right, whatever you decide to do, are the oldest ones. So after I have 200 rods spread out, the pull got botched, we got to redo this. I will just start recycling the ones on the far left because I know those are the oldest. Alright, that is rod dropping 101. And if you can imagine doing this with 200 rods, it'll look pretty. Acons will love it. If there's anything you want to add to this or have any questions, please shoot me a tail end game. And happy raiding. Good day.